Hey, good day folks, this is Richard Kerr. So this is a video about my upcoming trip. So my trip over the last few weeks inspired me to try something new. So I've checking been checking the videos on YouTube and discovered something about no build car camping. And no build car camping, basically you go minimalist in terms of camping, not using any tent, and technically using your car as your tent, or to use your car as the camping equipment. So Malaysia has a lot of beautiful places, and a lot of these places are still not well promoted. And I'm thinking of going to one of the places this weekend and try out this no build car camping at one of the sites. So I've been doing a bit of researching, trying to see how do I make this as interesting and as low cost as possible, because this is just an experiment. So I've gotten some things that I'm gonna use during the camping to make the experience more interesting and fulfilling. Now this is the back of the cargo area of my Pajero, and when the day comes this weekend, it's basically just a one night thing. I'm just gonna try it out. This is going to be the place where I'm gonna sleep. So already gotten some things from this Mr DIY. This is basically a $1 store, because I don't want to invest too much first. So I got this desk lamp, which I'm able to attach to this one here. This is a socket, 12-volt socket. Got my snacks. That's actually smelly tofu, a lot of protein. Got my radiator coolant just in case. I've already got this phone holder, and one of the things that I'm quite particular about this thing is I don't like the vehicle to be noisy in terms of things rattling. So I'm quite particular about this kind of thing. So I want to make sure that it's not noisy once installed. Got a long cable that I've already tried right in front. Some batteries. I got this flashlight. These are all very cheap stuff. This is a headlamp that I can also use this for when I take my cat for a walk. Those are the batteries. Instant noodle, just gonna get my coffee later. Battery again, and snack. I've also ordered a couple of things online, and I'm just waiting for the things to be delivered. I want to make this also somewhat aesthetic in some ways. I like it to be minimalist, simplistic. I don't like to having too many colors. As you can see from my Pajero as well, I restored it to its original factory condition. So I want to make sure that whatever I'm putting into the vehicle later on, they're gonna look nice, pleasing to the eyes, and it's also neat and everything. So let's see how it goes once we have all the equipment ready. But this is the light that I got. This is quite cool. So apparently this one has multiple lights. So you can just press this button here. It changes different modes, as you can see. I suppose this is gonna look okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try it out. See, there you go. You can just clip it like this, and you have the light ready. Just switch mode. It's kind of nice. because you have the light here, right? This Pajero has this light, but of course we have more lights than the better. I also bought for privacy purposes, because this is a no build camping, right? So thinking of just go to a campsite, park my car there, and I want to make sure that it's also privacy. So I bought some curtains and also mosquito nets, fans, electric kettle that I can use this one here, this plug at the back, and for to make simple coffee. So yeah, I hope this is going to be an interesting experience. Never tried this before, but something that I'm actually really looking forward to. And this is the phone holder that I mentioned just now. This is cheap. I got this like 4 ringgit 90 cents. That's like slightly more than $1, and it's unbelievable how nice and sturdy it is. See, there's no noise, it doesn't shake, unlike if you buy some of those phone holder, and then they tend to shake when you go on uneven roads. So this is quite sturdy, and you can change the angle, and you can either put it here or this one here on this dashboard. I also got this long cable. This is 2 meters long, I think, so I can just plug this in to my phone, and in case I'm actually sleeping inside, I can just pull the cable all the way to the back like this one here, and I'll be showing you that later on once I've gotten more equipment, but maybe I can show you as well. So the great thing about having a long wheelbase like this, like a Pajero, firstly, the Pajero, of course it's still underrated in many ways. I feel it's an SUV that is just having the right size, not too big, not too small, unlike the Jimny. Nothing against the Jimny, but a lot of people bought the Jimny because of the size. But in terms of practicality, I think the Pajero like this is much nicer. As you can see, later I can just fold the seats. I'll be showing you that later. I also bought a sleeping mattress, pillow, camping chair. I tried to spend not more than $50, and I believe it's within budget, because this is just going to be an experiment. So if it goes well, this is going to be a great experience. But yes, now you can see my Pajero. This is how it looks like inside. All good now. I think we have some parcels here. Saya punya? Okay. Tak atas tu lah. Atas. So these are some of the things that I ordered. So this is from Shopee, one of the e-commerce sites in Malaysia where you can buy things online. Okay. Oh. This, I believe, is the fans. I believe these are the fans that I bought. These are the fans. I'm not sure if you notice, I've already got this original accessories for this Pajero V46. It's actually some sort of like a blind to hide or to conceal the third row area, this cargo area, so you can't see from the outside. And supposedly this comes in a set of 3, but I don't have it for the one for the rear door, only have it for this side and this side. And yeah, it helps in some ways, but I guess it's not enough once you have put everything no, I mean once you're gonna stay inside the vehicle, you need to be able to make sure that you cover all the different windows inside. So I feel that's quite important. So I got this. I believe these are the curtains, so we're gonna see inside shortly. So firstly, we need to make sure that we're able to cover the windshield. I hope this is the right size. Looks pretty big to me. Okay, then we have curtains, I think. The curtains. The curtains to me. Not sure how this works. Okay, this is cool. So apparently there's magnetic pieces inside this one, so it sticks directly to this, right? So technically, if you look at this, it's already concealing. So if I'm inside, see, we already have some privacy there. Oh, this is nice. Again, minimalist setup, simple, easy. Let's gonna try the whole room. So it sticks very easily, fairly quickly. You just almost like snapping it. So easy to set up. Immediate privacy. And now I'm just gonna try out to put on the cover for the windshield. As you can see, this is the last part that is still not covered. Thankfully I bought extra, so hopefully this works. Almost total darkness except the part here. It's a bit loose, but it's okay. At least it's not bad actually. Better than I imagined. So of course with this one here, there's a bit of light that can come in. Let's look at this from the outside. Now this is the outside view. Nothing is visible. As you can see, this is, you can't really see inside, right? Can't see inside, can't see inside, can't see, except for this one here. Even with this one, you just have to look very carefully if we could find way how to close this all together. But yeah, that's pretty cheap. This was like 16 ringgit, like $4 for the whole thing. This $4. So as you can see, everything is almost pitch dark. Makes it quite ideal for to enhance the privacy. The only thing that I have to figure out later is the what do you call that? The air circulation, because we have the sunroof. Thankfully for this one, you can probably open it a little bit and probably put on the mosquito net to prevent the mosquitoes from coming in. You just have to figure out. So the mosquito nets have not arrived yet. Looks good. This is supposed to be the fans. So the fans are needed for cooling inside and for circulation. Yep, so I bought two. Hopefully this would work. So this is how it looks like. I've read the reviews. Review seems to be very good, so that's why I ordered this. Ordered 2 batteries for each one. So supposedly one can last for about 6 hours and normal use. So 6 hours, 12 hours should be more than enough for the whole night. So let's see if this would work properly. Okay. So once that's in, how do you turn it on? Okay, that's cool. So at the back there's switches, 2 and 1. Should be able to tilt this, I guess. Now I have 2 fans operating, so they're supposed to last the whole night. If not, there are spare batteries available. Should be, yeah, 4 batteries altogether. Just need to charge them. So this is how it's like right now inside this vehicle, with the curtains up. The sunroof is, the shade is open to allow some light to come in, but I guess it's gonna be quite dark once it's rather warm actually, because it was suggested that we need to open one of the windows to allow air circulation, but not sure how it's gonna work because we need to put in the mosquito net. So with the mosquito net we won't be able to put on the curtain, so we're supposed to roll down the window a little bit on the passenger side and maybe on this side. But it would be better if we can open the sunroof. So with the sunroof the air would be much better at circulation. So I have to think first. So with the Pajero, built in the 90s, it is meant for this kind of trip, for camping. So in those days in Japan they were quite popular. I mean, it's popular until today, but back then people were really enthusiastic about camping. It was the true meaning of camping, not glamping. Totally not against glamping, but so the vehicle was actually made that you can sleep inside the vehicle. At least that's what happened in Japan before. I'm gonna fold the seat and see how it goes. So more space, as you can see, more space for me to lie down. I'm not that tall, so I should be able to fit this once I have the the sleeping bag or the mattress. Should be able to sleep comfortably here with the pillow, and yeah, although it's quite warm now. Really warm. So it's already night time, just a few days away before the trip. I just want to make sure that I'm simulating the setup to make sure that it will be trouble free on that night. So a couple of things. Basically now I'm positioning the different fans, pointing to that one because I'm gonna sleep on that side. My head's gonna be there, and that one I actually tried putting it on the seat, so blowing the hot air out of the Pajero. I'm not sure if that should work or not. So far there's no mosquito tonight for some reason, so that's okay. And of course, one of the great things about the Pajero is totally underrated is this pot here, which is fairly common these days, but in those days pot like this, it's not very common. So I plug in this USB converter or this USB plug, then I'm able to charge this lighting here. So I'm gonna keep on trying, simulating the whole situation just to make sure that it's ready. But so far the heat is bearable, although there's like heat wave hitting Malaysia right now. So hopefully on Friday or Saturday things will cool down and it's gonna be much better. This Pajero, this V46, or at least the more premium version or deluxe version of the Pajero, has this amazing seat system that you can turn it into a bed. But mine was stuck, the mechanism was stuck, so I had to dismantle on this side, fix some of the cabling and everything. Now it seems to work. Now I'm just going to try for the first time to set this up as a bed. So technically what you need to do is you have to fold this downwards, move this to the front, and having the third row seat put down on the floor, and you're gonna see it later. So I'm gonna try it real quick. Oh, that wasn't easy at all actually, but look at this. Now it's a bed, a fully functional bed that I can lie down. So I'll show this later at the camping location. But yeah, this is, so I think I can also fold one of the third row seats and make more space on the side, so I can just sleep on this side, right? Now how cool is this? This is how it looks. So as you can see, the Pajero has been very well thought of since the beginning. And when the Pajero was built, they already had this in mind. How do they turn this vehicle into for the Japanese to use for their recreational activities? So again, way ahead of its time, when other countries back then or other manufacturers back then were just focusing on sedan. And look how cool is this. And this is me lying on this bed on the inside this Pajero. Seems okay. I mean, it's It's not the real bed. It's just made up of 2 rows of seats, but it's good enough. I think it helps. I think it's going to help in terms of additional comfort, and we'll know when it happens that night. Yeah, and because this is an old Pajero, as you know, the seats were never really configured this way for camping or anything, so it gets really rusty inside. Just sprayed a bunch of WD-40 into all the joints and the spring system, so now just trying to make sure that it's all oiled so that it's much easier to use it later when the time comes. But yeah, but it's fun. This is a great system, and really glad to have this, and can't wait to use it later. I guess that's all I want to update for this time around. The trip is gonna happen in the next 2 days. Just waiting for a couple of more items to arrive. The camping chair, power bank, 100,000 milliamp hour power bank, and many other small items just to make the trip more bearable. And of course, this is an experiment, and I hope it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna share some of the learning with you, and thanks again for watching, and thanks again for subscribing and following this journey of doing a no build car camping with a Pajero V46. I'll see you in the next one.